was with the promise that regardless of past experiences, this team would become a part of the fabric of this community for not just this generation of fans, but for generations to come. And saying that, I'm beyond excited to announce our move to Crutcher Scott Field at Bullock Brothers Ballpark. And announcing this move to Crutcher Scott Field at Bullock Brothers Ballpark, coupled with our move to the Texas Collegiate League, we have set in motion for the second chapter of the Abilene Flying Bison to soar to even greater heights than the first. I'd like to personally thank the administration of ACU Athletics, beginning with Vice President for Athletics, Zach Lassiter, Associate Vice President Paul Weir, Executive Associate Athletic Director Michael Smoose, Director of Facilities Michael Razor, and especially Executive Associate Athletic Director Brian Bruning for making this move possible. To our fans, we are as committed as always to being the most fan and family-friendly entertainment option in all of baseball. That will never change. We look forward to our Stadium Stampede event right here at Crutcher Scott Field at Bullock Brothers Ballpark on April the 18th. And of course, our home opener on Thursday, June the 4th versus the San Antonio River Monsters right here. As always and always, fly, Bison fly.
Coach, how'd y'all get? Yeah, I call you Coach Stark and McMurray, so.
I mean, it still works for me, Carlos.
Absolutely. Coach Stark, how'd y'all get this done?
A lot of hard work and a lot of negotiations, and the most important part of the entire negotiation process, once we started having these conversations, was that we felt wanted here. When George Lesmeister, our owner, and myself had our first meeting with the athletic administration, it was apparent that there was synergy from both sides to make this happen. There were a lot of sleepless nights. There were a lot of hand-wringing and a lot of, I probably have more gray hair now because of it. But it was they wanted us to be here, and we wanted to be here. And I can't tell you how much we appreciate that as an organization.
And you guys are known as the Abilene Flying Bison. How important was it that you guys stay within the key city as a home ballpark?
I think it was absolutely tantamount. We had some other options, but being here, being at this facility, my gosh, it is one of the finest small college Division I facilities in all the country. You walk out in it and it's just a beautiful ballpark, and it's going to be a place that us as a team can continue our growth model, what we like to do for our players, what we like to do for our fans, and we are, we're just beyond excited about what everything that it brings. Our players are going to be staying in apartments that are about 50 yards from the right field corner. Our opposing teams are going to be staying in a dorm right across the parking lot. The synergy that this all brings is amazing.
Why was this the choice for you guys?
It's the best ballpark in town.
Absolutely. Now, my other question is, what does it mean to this organization that y'all are playing in the same ballpark where the Prairie Dogs began as young pups in 1995?
Everything comes full circle, doesn't it? That's the thing, is that, everything always comes back to where it's supposed to be. As one door closes, other ones opened, and it opened us back to the original home of the Abilene Prairie Dogs. We will continue to be the Prairie Dogs on Thursday night, proudly, and we will be, but never forget that we are the Flying Bison 365 days out of the year.
How much does the renovation that's happened to this ballpark in the last year or so, how much of a factor did that play into making this the home of the Flying Bison?
Oh, it's amazing. What they have been able to transform this ballpark into is fabulous. I actually was on the field here in 1993 playing a fall ball game, And where this place is now compared to where it was then, it's a night and day difference.
And this is a collegiate summer league after all. You're here to help develop players and get them into their next steps while providing entertainment. ACU baseball has been no secret of really wanting to develop people. How much does that help into the factor of moving here developmentally players?
There are a lot of other things behind the scenes that we are able to bring in for our players based upon what our agreement is here. We'll be able to use the Bonneau family hitting center for our guys to continue to get better. We'll be able to use that kind of thing. Again, first and foremost, we're here to give great family entertainment, but we're also here to get our kids better. And that's always going to be that way, and it's never going to change.
In the 2 years of its existence, not only is Cam Vega doing this thing right now, and Brad Risley is doing this thing right now, you guys moved to a better league, and now you're moving to a better ballpark. How would you describe the absolute dedication you and this organization have had to be able to make these significant changes in such a short amount of time?
We've had a plan, we've worked the plan. We've had a plan, we've worked the plan. And I have, as anyone who's ever heard me speak, I speak that I won the ownership lottery whenever George Lesmeister became the owner of the Flying Bison. Him and his wife Rebecca have given us all the tools that we need to make this the premier destination in all of summer collegiate league baseball. And as both of you have heard before, I don't care if it's that league in Massachusetts. I don't care if it's the league in Vermont. I don't care. We are going to be the premier destination for collegiate summer league baseball in all of America. And it starts right here.
You're from here. And
I am.
You've seen a hockey team here. You've seen an indoor football team here. You've seen other baseball teams here. Mr. Stark, given that not only are you from Abilene and you're so proud of that and you represent that any way you can, because of that, what makes this organization different that has allowed it to be so successful?
We have a very strong ownership group in place that is committed to baseball in Abilene for not just 2024, 2025, 2026, 2035, 2036, 2046. And again, like I said, we have a plan, we work the plan, and we continue to strive to get better. Our goal and our motto as an organization is to be elite in everything that we do. And I have the backing of a fantastic ownership group that allows me to go be elite in everything that we do.
Bomber, what you think?
I agree.
Facilities-wise, talk about the fan experience, how much that's going to change, how much going to elevate with the change in scenery for home games.
Well, if nothing else, we've got a video board, and I know this because I'm reminded of this every 45 seconds in the office by the person that also offices within my office, and the number of ideas that are coming out of the cardstock notes that he has on like I said, an hourly, sometimes a minute by minute basis. We met with some constituents last night, and it was about an hour and 20-minute long meeting, and about an hour of that was them giving us video board ideas. And we are and between game games and all of that stuff is that we're committed to. I will tell you that it is at the in between the sixth inning, it will still be the concession stand race. This year we are implementing one night of the local media concession stand race. So Carlos and Tyler, you two you'll be running in the concession stand race this year. Just so y'all are aware, I know that this is news to both of you. I don't want to hear about any pulled hamstrings because you will sign a release. But the fan experience is what we have built this entire organization on. When George and I first started talking about what we wanted to see our games look like, I was able to take and we were able to go through and we were able to put together a plan. We hired some fantastic people. I found this guy in the middle of a pasture out south of Ty. Caleb Evans, Stacy Lopez, our fantastic in-game host. Chad Kirkland is our public address announcer. And I'd be very remiss if I didn't mention Dustin Tatro on the organ. Everything is built around the fan experience. It's just going to get better and better.